Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hot Zone. I'm your host, Jason Robinson. And in the Hot Zone today, we have got three-time Olympic gold medal winner, affectionately known as Awesome Dawson, Miss Dominique Dawes. We're going to speak to her about the decision that Simone Biles made to withdraw from Olympic competition to concentrate on her mental health, about her triumphant return to Olympic competition with her bronze medal win in the balance beam event, and about the Dominique Dawes Gymnastic and Ninja Academy. All that and more. So stay tuned, because you're in the Hot Zone. And welcome back to the Hot Zone. We are joined by three-time Olympic medal winner, known as Awesome Dawson, Miss Dominique Dawes. Welcome to the Hot Zone, Dominique. I just want to start off by asking you, when you first heard the news of Simone Biles withdrawing from some of the Olympic events to deal with her mental health, what was your first thoughts?
My immediate gut reaction was that she withdrew from the competition because of a physical injury. The level of difficulty that she does on all of her events is unreal. She is generations above her competition. And so I was just very fearful that she had broken a body part or even, something worse. And then when I read that it was more mental health related issues, I'm not going to say I was relieved, but I'm like, okay, this is good that she can possibly come back. But I love the fact that it was her inner voice that she heard, and she made the best decision for herself, not only to protect her mental health, but also her physical health. As we all know now, she went through something called the twisties. She's clearly still going through it, because when she competed on the balance beam, she did not do her normal twisting dismount. But she got out there, she earned a bronze medal, and she has to be feeling elated about the outcome of these Olympic Games.
Well, what kind of pressures did you face back then, first coming in as a young woman, facing a lot of issues that you may have faced? What kind of issues and pressures did you deal with?
In 1992 at the Olympic trials in Baltimore, Maryland, I felt a great deal of pressure being the only African American really on the floor with the chance of qualifying at those Olympic trials to make the Olympic team, and being the first young African American female to rightfully qualify at the Olympic trials. Later, they ended up putting another athlete on right just prior to the Olympic Games. Then also in 1996, I really did feel a great deal of pressure to be one of the leaders of that squad to help the team win the gold medal. We're now known as the Magnificent Seven, and I couldn't be more elated with that outcome. And then at the end, when I was 23 at my last Olympic Games, I really came back for the fans. While I felt pressure, it was really to say farewell and thank you to all the fans, because the fans really allowed my 18-year journey to go on, and I just wanted to thank them because they meant so much to me, and they just would never know it.
Now, Simone, did you guys ever get together and speak about like mutual pressures that both of you guys face, anything like that?
No, I can be Simone's mom. So it's not like when I was competing, there was a Simone Biles whatsoever. I've met her on a few different occasions, and what I love most about that young lady is her kind heart and how she connected so well with my two oldest daughters, who are now 5 and 7 years old, and they look up to her. And now I have 4 kids, so I can't wait to introduce my whole crew to her whenever she's in the Maryland area. But I just love the fact that she's a trailblazer. She is currently on the floor, the only sexual abuse survivor of the Larry Nassar scandal on the floor. So she's a powerful voice, not just for sports and young little gymnasts, but for the future generations and saving the sport even. And that is an enormous amount of weight that I could not imagine having on you at an Olympic Games. But she's stood the test, and she's been a wonderful role model, a wonderful advocate, and I can't imagine the amazing impact that she's going to continue to make.
How much of an impact do you think social media took part in the pressures that she was dealing with?
I'm sure she reads a few comments that people make, but if she's wise, she will turn off those comments, and she will not only get alerted, but those in her camp, those a part of her support system, will not allow her to know the good and even the bad things that people are saying. The best advice that I could give her is to not read what people are saying about you. You know yourself better than anyone. That's why I don't read interviews about me or columns or even news pieces or anything. I don't watch anything because I don't want to kind of allow my thoughts to be tainted by someone that just has their own issues that they just want to jump on you about things. Every now and then I'll read a comment, and those that are rude or hurtful, and people need to recognize people are human. We're going to hurt if someone doesn't, love us, but you got to recognize not everyone's going to love you. And I think for Simone, her having the millions and millions of followers that she has, I hope she knows that 98% of the people love what she's doing or completely supporting what she's doing. And the other 2%, they probably need to think, hey, have I walked a day in her shoes? And no, they have not. And so it's not up for them to judge. But I know back in 1996, when I was on tour with my teammates, message boards came out. Do you remember that, Jason? Message boards?
Wow, yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
Okay,
yeah.
So the message boards came out when we were on tour. We were on a 90-city tour. And one of my teammates, we gathered in a hotel room together, and they're like, oh, this is so exciting. People are going to talk about us. And I'm like, oh, no. I knew back then at 19, I did not want to hear what people were going to say about me, even though initially they were saying all these great positive things I was being told. I'm like, the minute they put you on that pedestal, someone's going to try to rip you down. So I backed away. And I know that those messages from many fans really hurt a number of my teammates. I saw it, and you can in some cases even see today how it's affected them. So turn off your Twitter feeds, turn off the comments, and just listen to your own inner voice, because you know yourself the best.
The good news is that, Simone Biles came back and she competed again in the balance beam, and she won the bronze medal. How happy are you for her, and how important is that for her psyche?
She needed that. She needed to come back, get on that podium, and do anything. She needed to face those demons. She needed to face those fears. She needed to face not necessarily the naysayers, because who cares what they say, but for her to have a little bit of closure following these Olympic Games, she needed to get back out there on the podium. She did it. She's courageous. She didn't have to address her twisties where she was lost in the air, because she took the twist out completely. Who cares? She watered it down, and her watered down routine earned her a bronze medal. That's pretty spectacular.
And I am so happy for her and everything that she's doing.